Hello, hello, hello. And today I will be just shortly talking over a node that can be helpful when you want to blend certain materials together and how you can use the Seperate XYZ node to give yourself an easier time when blending between materials, mostly in landscapes, but you can also use it for like simple stuff, if you, for example, wanna have a water line on a ship and you have two different materials for under the water line and over the water line, you can just blend between them using the Seperate XYZ node, and I'm gonna be demonstrating that today. Okay, I'm just gonna be making two quick materials, like nothing quick. It's just gonna be like two different base materials which we will be using. So let's just select those to make one brighter and one not as bright. Okay, and then mix them. Now we have our mix shader here, and you can see it is not doing what we want. So what we will be doing is getting our Seperate XYZ node and putting it here, and then pressing Ctrl T to bring up our mapping node. We will actually keep the mapping for this because it can be actually quite helpful to have it. And now we will be taking our Z node and just putting it into the factor. And now you can see it didn't do that much. Why? Because we needed the color ramp to control our factor. So now we can just play with this color ramp to bring this somewhere where we want it. We also want to change this to object, because otherwise we want it to get shit. And now you can see we can separate between those materials pretty easily. Obviously, this has multiple uses. For example, I used it in my procedural snow texture tutorial to add the snow on top of the rock base. Because what you can also do is you can use this Seperate XYZ and just use a noise map and just multiply that into there. So for example, if I would use this and mix these two before putting it into there, and we're gonna plug this into here, and then we are putting this to darken, and we will plug this. Oh no, let's use lighten for this. And we just have it something like this. You can see it's not as hard anymore, and we have some pretty nice just procedural snow, for example. I just made a short snow thing again for a mountain, for example. But yeah, like you can use this Seperate XYZ for a lot of things. For example, if I have like let me just make a new material for this so that I can demonstrate what I mean. If I, for example, have like a cube or something, and I want to have like a red base and a different colored other base, like somewhere in between or beneath that, I can just use this, mix them again, get a Seperate XYZ, plug it here, Z into the factor, make one red, and the other one we will be making, I don't know, blue, and then Control T, plug object into vector and vector into vector. And then what we can do is again put a color ramp into here, and then we will just use this as a measurement. For example, if we get our black here, then put the black here and put this here, you can blend these two pretty easily. Like, you can really get creative with this Seperate XYZ. Obviously, you can also use this with the other axis, but I found that the Z axis usually is the one that does the most for you. Obviously, like you can add as many variations of this as you want. For example, if I plug this here, you get a nice color. Like you can really get creative with this node, which is, I think, what is really nice about it, that you can just pretty easily blend two materials together based on a height value, which is nice and really, really helpful in some aspects. So yeah, this was again a very, very short and unspecific tutorial, but I hope that I could still teach you some new stuff and ideas, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.